What's going on, YouTube? Well, I haven't made a video in a while. Back to my regular job of teaching tennis. Gotta give back a little bit. Try to shape a few young minds while I'm still able to when you're young. Barely able to anyway, but I just do it about 5 hours a day. But anyway, you got to give back when you can and try to at least help. I sometimes I have to do some, get them to do some exercises at the beginning and talk to them a few minutes about just the usual stuff, never giving up and this and that, because some of them get discouraged, some of them aren't that athletic, and I feel bad for some of them, but they're out there trying, and that's all you can do. You gotta just do your best. You want to sit there and some of them get so mad, you wonder if their parents are pushing them too much or something. Don't push them too much. If they want to want to go to it, want to play tennis, let them play tennis. If they don't make them. But anyway, that's just my little speech, because I got to tell you about my garage sale. Boy, there were some scrappy people at my garage sale. I tell you, I don't blame them. I had this garage sale, and I sold most of the big stuff. I even sold my engine hoist because it got a little old, and I can always rent one anyway. But then a guy really wanted it, and he looked like he was going to use it more than me, and he looked like he was a mechanical kind of guy. So I sold it cheap too. I sold it for a third of what, or probably a tenth, or not a tenth, but a third or fourth of what I paid for it. That's for sure. But anyway, boy, there were some scrappy people. You gotta admire people that go to garage sales. Most of them, of course, were after a few things, clothing, this and that. But a lot of them, you could tell they were doing a little investing, and they were going to take that money and just like at the tennis camp that I work at. I work at a little tennis camp in the summer times, and I take every dime of that money and I try to reinvest every single dime of it, because I can double it. I know I can. I just know what I'm doing. But and I've noticed that every guy that I work with, every person that I work with, they don't have that same view. You can tell they got their expensive car, and I just drive up in my '89 Honda, and people look like I'm not even going to be able to make it home. But it's going to get to work just fine. I'm going to make it home just fine. But that's why I haven't been doing a few videos. But I got to tell you, there was even people that I was throwing stuff away at the end of the garage sale, and they were going through the trash. Now that's some scrappy people. I got to admire that. The lady came up to me and said, "What are you, trashing stuff? You don't?" I said, "Ma'am, you're more than welcome to it. I don't blame you if there's something you think might be, Well, there wasn't much, but the people at the garage sales, they're scrappy people. They talk you down. They this and that. A lot of them didn't have much money. You could tell by the cars they drove up in. I don't think I had one or two people that came up there with a big car payment. And you always wonder what these people are really doing with this stuff that they're buying from you and what they're looking for. But anyway, and I got to mention, I sold. I tell you, I sold a couple of receivers real quick, a couple of Garmin navigational units, like in the first 10 minutes of the garage sale. But something interesting happened at this garage sale, and you guys are not going to believe this, but I had a foldable workbench from Black & Decker. Every single person that drove up to that garage sale asked me if the table was for sale. They saw the table out there. It's just one of those foldable ones. So that got me thinking, as soon as I get done with my couple of months of giving back to the tennis world, I like to give back, and get kids involved in sports and get them interested in tennis and whatnot, this and that. But I'll tell you right now, I'm going to look into building this thing and marketing it, and I'm going to look into selling it because every single person wanted one. All they got to do is go down to Home Depot and buy it. But, they thought, if this guy would sell me this thing for a decent price, I think the thing even goes for like $80. And I mean, with all the people that asked me about it, I think I could have sold it for 60 or 70 and been out 10. But I'm going to look into building something similar or look into getting it retail or something. So that's what I'm going to invest my money in, and that I get from tennis camps. I'm not going to do it like these guys that I work with. I'm not going to go out every night and blow it every night and drink it up every night and waste it on this and on my car payments. And I'm not going to go and buy myself a bunch of laptops or a bunch of whatever stuff that these guys are going to go do. I'm not going to take a bunch of trips I don't need to take, really, that are going to cost me all kinds of money. That's what these guys are doing with the money they make from tennis camp. That's kind of hard work, but hey, it keeps you young. That's really the main reason I do it. It's because I do it for 2 or 3 months in the summer, and boy, it sure helps. Get exercise. The first couple weeks are a little rough, but guys, that's my video for today. Just thought I'd mention that I haven't been doing as many videos because real jobs come. I've gotten to where I'm pretty decent with the tennis camps, so the guy makes me do them every year. I don't think I can get out of it if I tried. He'd probably hunt me down, but anyway, that's where I'm at now. But don't forget about the foldable chair and subscribe. Anyway, don't forget about that, and all that good stuff. But or not the foldable chair, the foldable table, the bench. Man, I mean, I could build one of those for $20, but these people, this plastic foldable Black & Decker workbench was, everybody wanted it. It was freaking me out, and every time I think about it, I think, you know what? That's just a supply and demand. There's got to be a way to get those things in cheap, put them out there on the internet. So there's a little idea for you guys. You got a little investment, a little money to invest, because the nice thing about it is it folds up real thin. I guess that's why they really like it. But man, I've taken too much time already. Just telling you where I'm at. Some of you guys that watch my videos, my Honda was a little rough today. It did a little chugging because I hadn't started it in a couple days. But it worked out pretty good. It worked out just fine. I can tell that distributor's going to go out on me, so I won't be taking many trips with it. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough. That's it for today. Don't forget, subscribe. That's it. Signing off. Don't forget, invest. If you're working a summer job, don't just throw that money away going out every night. Invest. Find something to spend it on. Find something to buy so you can make a little money selling it. That's it. Signing off.